I want to take a minute today and explain the new gem transfer system that's coming to Diablo Immortal. Yesterday we looked at it in the patch notes, but to be honest, it's confusing. It's hard to understand, and if you do this properly, you'll stop wasting gem power. What do I mean by this? We have two systems. The patch notes are right here next to us from yesterday, but I'm going to do a bit more of an explanation over the patch notes rather than reading them to you. So we have two different things here: auxiliary gem inlay and gem power transfer. These are two very different things. The auxiliary gem inlay that you see up top is a testing phase, while the gem power transfer is more of a permanent, you want to switch gems feature. Both of these are very good for different reasons. Now, I was talking to YTry yesterday after I put out my video, and we had a discussion and came to a good understanding of how both of these systems work, what they are, and what they are not, which is probably the more important thing. In yesterday's discussion of it, I wasn't sure if the gem inlay auxiliary system was something that was actually liable as a long-term thing or just for testing. So I think it's worth emphasizing here that this is not for long-term use, and it is not for use in PvP if you're looking to be successful. What you're doing here is you'll be keeping your high resonance because you'll be keeping your gem at rank 10, but you'll be placing a rank 1 gem with 1 gem effects, the effects of what's basically a regular rank 1 5-star gem inside of that 10 resonance. So what you're going to be doing is actually hurting yourself, specifically in PvP. Sure, it's still going to boost your damage in life, but it's just empty resonance. Do you understand what I'm saying here? It puts you in a higher matchmaking bracket based on your resonance, but you don't have any of the power gains from the ranked up gem. You're only getting that gem at rank 1 effects. So you're not being able to get any of the beneficial effects that the gem has to offer when you're utilizing the auxiliary gem inlay. It's going to give you a test of the gem. It's going to keep that good amount of power, but it's not going to be competitive because instead of having a rank 10 5-star gem with those rank 10 effects, you're only getting them at rank 1. So auxiliary gem inlay is a great feature for testing inside of the game, not for any long-term use. But testing is important because that kind of leads itself into the gem power transfer system, which is really a way that you're going to be saving yourself 73 duplicates worth of gem power. That is thousands of gem power, because as it sits now before the update, if you have a rank 10 5-star blood-soaked jade and you for some reason don't ever want that anymore, you have to break it down for the gem power. The problem is, in upgrading that blood-soaked jade to rank 10, you are sacrificing 73 duplicates that you never get the gem power back. I hope you understand what that means. So let's get into a little bit more in depth why this is great. So this is the extraction, infusion, and transfer system, and essentially it's pretty clear what we're doing. We can switch out gems without losing all the platinum value from the duplicates that we have from upgrading all of that. Remember, when you start upgrading at higher levels of any gems, you need to start investing duplicates. Those duplicates are then vanished, they're gone. But now you're not going to have to use them. So let's say you're using a gem that works really good with dash skills. Maybe you have a monk and you rank up your dash skill gem, and then you realize, I don't want to be a monk, I want to be a necromancer instead. So then you're going to say, well, necromancer doesn't really do much dashing. This gem is worthless. You have two choices. You could break it down and put it into another gem, maybe one for summons, or you can just throw it in your bag and save it for another day. Either way, that is a massive investment, thousands of dollars of investment that are just sitting around and doing nothing. So they have changed how that works. We can now take all the invested gem power out of a 5-star gem and put it towards a different one, while still allowing us to go back to the previous build or class, and we can simply transfer the power back. kind of reminds me of how they're doing the class change system inside of the game as well. If you want to be a barbarian, cool, you're barb. You want to switch to a blood knight, as I've been doing, you switch to the blood knight. You could switch back every day, and there's no negative connotation with it. It costs nothing, and you could just enjoy the game for what it is. This gem system is that, but even better in a different way, because it doesn't impact you in your wallet. It doesn't hurt you. So let me explain. Say you have a rank 10 concentrated will that you're not using anymore because, of course, it uses those dash skills. This thing has 4,450 gem power plus the 73 duplicates. That is where the key is here, those duplicates that are needed for the upgrade. Let's say a new 5-star gem comes out tomorrow that's just amazing, and you have 0 gem power left to rank it up. You have nothing in your pocket. You don't want to spend any more money. You can't rank the thing up. Well, first of all, you could test it inside of the new testing feature, and if you like it, then there is this transfer option that lets you use the 4,450 gem power from your unused concentrated will, because you're not using those dash skills anymore, without destroying the 73 duplicates that also went into making it. So what that means is all those duplicates can just be put into the different gem. Essentially, it seems like, to make it very simple, a little bit more dumbed down, is you could basically change your gem into another gem if you want to, which does lead me to believe that you can take a gem that is the least expensive 5-star gem available. No one wants it, no one uses it. Let's say, for example, like a Blessing of the Worthy, or the Concentrated Will with a dash skill, right? Maybe someone has 0 use for that because they don't use dashes. Upgrade the cheapest gem that you can to rank 10, which is still quite expensive. It's quite the investment. And then you can take it and you'll be able to turn it into one of the more expensive gems, like a Blood-Soaked Jade, or like, I don't know, a gem that's just more valuable to you, and more importantly, more valuable for platinum. So it'll cost you less platinum to get your gem up anyway. Then let's say the next day you realize you don't like the gem. You had this new gem, you tested it out, you really didn't like it. Or you want to go back to your old class that uses all the dashes, say using that monk. You can simply transfer the power back into the concentrated will without having to remake the whole thing. It simplifies stuff. It actually also seems like it could save us some money if being used in the right way. So let me summarize this for you really quickly. Auxiliary gems let us test out gems without investing anything into them, whereas the extract, infuse, transfer then lets us rank up a new gem that we know that we want from having previously tested it. But using the gem power from whichever gem we're replacing with it, and without having to lose that extra gem power from the upgrade, the 73 gems. All with 0 risk or loss of investments anywhere, since it all can be transferred back at any time. This is something that is a really great change for gems. Is it gonna make it so much cheaper for people to have gems and rank up 5-star gems? No, it's still gonna be quite expensive if you wanna max out your 5-star gems and get rank 10, 5 out of 5-star gems. It is not a cheap feat. But having spent the thousands of dollars to do this, at least now the players that are in that position have the ability to take that value, take that investment, and switch it into something else that's more important for them. I love this new feature. I think it is a step in the right direction. Let me know your thoughts down below, and let me know if you fully understand it and which gems you'll be switching.